Ever since Red Dead Redemption released in May of 2010, the franchise has grown to be the second most popular release by Rockstar, just behind Grand Theft Auto. Its similar open world to GTA, with a unique perspective on the Wild West days of America, has truly won the hearts of many players. However, the fact that both games seem to share many similarities and references between each other has started a heated, decades-long discussion in the community if these two massive games actually share the same exact universe. Some say that the connections and Easter eggs between the games are just too obvious to be ignored. Others say that this is absolutely impossible and just bare-right insane. Furthermore, whichever explanation you happen to watch on YouTube, each and every one of them very heavily just defends their own biased opinion on what they want to believe, not counting in the objective facts that the games provide for us. Luckily, after literally working through and through absolutely everything that seems to connect these two games, from the modern cities of Los Santos and Liberty City to the Caribbean island of Cayo Perico and RDR's own Wild West, I think we have finally come to the first ever objective answer to the question: are GTA and Red Dead universes actually connected? For starters, I have to mention that this discussion actually goes a lot further than just GTA and Red Dead Redemption. Around 10 to 15 years ago, the overall community started to very seriously discuss the possibility of every single Rockstar game being part of a bigger Rockstar multiverse. So not only GTA and RDR, but also titles like Max Payne, Manhunt, LA Noire, Bully, Midnight Club, and so on. This whole theory has an extreme amount of nuances and questionable potential connections, which we just unfortunately do not have the time to dissect in this video. Unlike the entire multiverse theory though, which to me in all honesty just seems quite far-fetched, the connections between Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption are a lot more straightforward. And by the way, when we are talking about the GTA universe, it is the HD universe, as the first RDR title released in 2010, 3 years after Rockstar had restarted their whole universe thing for a second time. There are an insane amount of connections between these two titles, and I promise that we will very thoroughly go through them later on in the video. These incredible stories include anything from El Rubio's grandparents being involved in RDR2 to a book called Red Dead written by Jay Marston in GTA Online. But to my surprise, when I started making my research about this topic, the overwhelming part of the comments all around the internet were actually very much against the idea of GTA and RDR taking place in the same universe. The main argument most people have to deny the game's coexistence is that Red Dead makes a lot of references towards real-life cities like New York and San Francisco, instead of calling them Liberty City and San Fierro like we do in the GTA games. And to also give you evidence, there are very clearly New York City and San Francisco written on these cards, as well as New York being mentioned multiple times by different characters in the game.
We just can't seem to get west, can we?
No, at this rate, we'll be in New York by Christmas.
Those Trelawney.
The very same.
Well, I thought you'd gone to New York.
Now, I do have to say that this also concerns me a little bit, but I will be the first to say that this theory is completely flawed. You see, whilst GTA does have many of its own adaptations of cities, then although you might have not noticed them, there are references to also real-life locations in the game that actually already have an adaptation of them in the game. For example, in GTA 4, on the Liberty Rock radio, you can hear an ad mentioning California.
I'm only a humble blacksmith with a California accent.
Now, as we all know, California is known as the state of San Andreas in the game. Therefore, how is it possible that there also exists a real California? And this is not the only such example. In GTA Vice City stories, there is a poster which very clearly advertises a city called Miami, which is weird because Vice City should already be the Miami. Not to mention that the game also mentions the real life state of Florida instead of the state of Leonida.
Dumb Florida moron.
And to add to all of that, there are countless little references to real life locations that don't exactly have an adaptation of them in the game.
The real problem is Avery Duggan.
Yes, the Texan asset stripper who's realized we're fucked.
What we can take away from all of this is that there very clearly exist real life locations in also the GTA 3D and HD universe, and places like California and San Andreas, which seem to be the exact same thing, also kind of coexist in the universe. I know that this sounds very weird, and believe me, it is weird to me as well. And whether it's the fault of Rockstar's poor control of details or just laziness, it is clear that such an explanation doesn't hold up to prove that GTA and Red Dead Redemption are not in the same universe. But you might ask me that, Anthem, if we don't have evidence to confirm them not being part of the same universe, where exactly is the evidence that should then confirm the game's coexistence in the same universe? And here is where the truly interesting part of the documentary starts. Rockstar has added an overwhelming amount of secret Easter eggs which hold a massive behind of lore behind them, and which to me very strongly confirm that Red Dead Redemption took place in the same universe as GTA, just around 100 years before. Let's start off with an Easter egg that for me was by far the most interesting hidden story I have ever seen in basically all of GTA Online. If we go and take a look on the island of Cayo Perico, we can see a lot of different interesting artifacts in El Rubio's office, and amongst them are old pictures of a family that feels weirdly familiar. The family bears a strong resemblance to the German immigrant family that Arthur Morgan can help in RDR2. What makes it more interesting is that El Rubio is himself also confirmed to be a German immigrant, firstly by his family's coat of arms that has a German text "Mit offenen Armen" written on it, the same text that appears on the golden pistol that El Rubio owns. And secondly, according to his own words, where he claims that his grandfather was also German.
My oppa was German, must be why I love the techno.
We got some cool stuff planned. Really beach party vibes.
So, from logical conclusions, if Red Dead Redemption took place in 1899, it is very likely that the young boy on the pictures is the grandfather of El Rubio, who first immigrated to the US and then somehow found his way to Colombia, the place where El Rubio now resides in. Because, let's be honest, having pictures of a German family on the walls while El Rubio himself is a German cannot just be a coincidence. The second very interesting Easter egg includes the infamous Bigfoot myth. Now, the Bigfoot Easter egg first started in GTA San Andreas, where players claimed to have spotted something very weird in the forests. But as it was later confirmed by Rockstar, this was all just a fan theory. Nonetheless, because of the popularity of this made-up Easter egg, Rockstar decided to add the Bigfoot into Red Dead Redemption alongside with a Sasquatch hunter.
I got one, mister. Hey, I got one.
Got what, mister?
The damn Sasquatch. The filthy thing was gonna eat my dog when this girl hollered out, and I shot the thing right through the heart. Boom, like that.
You feeling all right, mister? I've seen a lot of strange things recently, but no Sasquatch running around here. Nor no place else. They're made up.
There's Sasquatches every place, cowboy. They're nastier than your mother-in-law with a bad case of that virus. Down in Manzanita Post, they ate a little girl.
Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm joking? The hills are infested with them. Kill them! Kill the bastards before they kill all of us! Kill them! Kill them! I ain't afraid of you, you dumb hairy bastards!
Now, in GTA 5, there is also a Sasquatch mission that can only be unlocked after the 100% completion of the entire game, and just like in Red Dead Redemption, there is yet again a hunter that Franklin meets.
You lucky boy. You real lucky.
Why?
I thought you was a Squatch. Nearly pulled a bullet in you. Made my goddamn fortune.
A what?
A Sasquatch!
Man, you believe in that bullshit?
I spent 8 years combing these woods. I've seen one. Hundreds of times. I just never got a clear shot. Here, look at this. It's a fresh sketch.
Man, you just gonna carry that shit loose in your pocket like that?
Always. Hold on. Damn! I could have sworn! They're clever bastards! Some of them wear orange so that people will think they're hunters!
I'm sure you guys also can't help but notice the clear similarities between Tanner and the hunter from RDR. Almost like they are the same exact character. The only thing is that they can't be, because RDR takes place in 1911, while GTA takes place in 2013, an eager 102-year difference. However, it is possible, or even very evident, that Tanner is the grandson of Hunter from RDR, especially as he claims to make his granddaddy proud when he catches the Squatch.
You're gonna make my great-granddaddy proud!
This comment, combined with the very similar look, makes this theory most likely to be the reality. Thirdly, let's go and take a look at the desert town of Sandy Shores. The streets of the town have names of different GTA locations. Zancudo Avenue, referring to the Zancudo River that flows from the Alamo Sea, as well as Algonquin Avenue, referring to the Liberty City main district, referring to the fact that in real life the Sultan City has a street named Manhattan Avenue. However, two streets stand out from the rest: Cholla Springs Avenue and Armadillo Avenue, both locations where the Red Dead Redemption action takes place. Furthermore, Sandy Shores is supposed to be located on the shore of the real-life Salton Sea, located in the southeastern corner of California. Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place in a state called New Austin, which is clearly made after the state of New Mexico, a place in close proximity to the Salton Sea. Therefore, having streets named after locations that are just across the state border just makes sense. Speaking of New Austin, there is a company in Grand Theft Auto Online that can sometimes be seen purchasing special cargo from our online character called New Austin Capital, which furthermore just confirms that there is a state called New Austin in also the Grand Theft Auto world. And the book that we mentioned earlier on in the video, written by Jay Marston, also has a good explanation. This book seems to actually not be written by John Marston, but rather by his son Jack Marston, who on multiple occasions speaks about his desire of becoming a writer.
I thought you wanted to be a writer.
Well, I could be both. A rich industrialist who writes novels about the Old West on the side.
There are a ton of other smaller references that we have all around the GTA universe, which very much confirm that the actions of the RDR revolver universe have impacted the Grand Theft Auto history. But I don't feel that we need to waste any more time on the evidence. So, against the overall opinion of the GTA and Red Dead community, I just cannot see any facts or evidence that would somehow boycott GTA and Red Dead Redemption being in the same universe, which for me makes it even more weird to see just how many people are absolutely convinced that these two couldn't belong together. Some players just call all of it a mistake by Rockstar, but again, this doesn't hold up, because Red Dead Redemption references have already been confirmed in the next GTA 6 title before the game has even been released. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there is a picture of Everett Morgan, a bounty hunter in Red Dead Redemption 2, which can be seen on a store window. So even if all the references in GTA 5 were somehow a mistake or a miscalculation by Rockstar, then why would they again add references to the next GTA title? I am sorry, but I just don't see what most of the community seems to claim. If you have anything to add to this theory, which either adds or completely overthrows my own findings, make sure to let us know in the comments down below. Anyway, that is it for this documentary. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And by the way, this video has exactly 899 words, just like the year that RDR takes place in, which is my own little Easter egg.